Welcome to Soundscape, where we uncover the stories behind the songs that shaped memories, movies, and moments in our lives. Today, we re-diving into a song that didn't need to just top the charts. It defined heartbreak for a generation. This is It Must Have Been Love by Roxette, the power ballad that turned a romantic comedy into an unforgettable emotional experience. It's a song that feels like a quiet confession whispered in an empty room. A final look back at a love that was beautiful, real, and now, gone. But the story of how this song came to be is just as dramatic and surprising as the feelings it evokes. How did a Swedish Christmas tune become one of the most iconic movie anthems of all time? Stick around as we explore the journey of It Must Have Been Love. Roxette, the Swedish pop duo made up of the unforgettable Marie Fredriksson and the brilliant songwriter Per Gessle, were already global hitmakers by the late 1980s. With smash hits like The Look, Listen to Your Heart, and Joyride, they had a formula for creating catchy, powerful pop rock anthems that conquered radio waves around the world. But It Must Have Been Love had a very different and much quieter beginning. Believe it or not, this song wasn't originally written as the timeless heartbreak ballad we know today. It started its life in 1987 as a Christmas song in their home country of Sweden. Titled, It Must Have Been Love, Christmas for the Brokenhearted. It was a melancholic holiday track released to keep the band in the public eye between albums. The original lyrics even began with, It's a hard Christmas day. It was a moderate success in Sweden, but it was far from the global phenomenon it would become. A few years later, everything changed. Hollywood came calling. The production company behind a new film starring Richard Gere and a relatively unknown Julia Roberts needed a powerful song for their movie, which was originally titled $3,000, but would later be renamed Pretty Woman. They approached Roxette's record label, looking for a track that could capture the film's emotional core. Per Gessle didn't have time to write something new, as the band was in the middle of a world tour. But he remembered their old Christmas song. He believed the melody and the core sentiment were too strong to be limited to just one season. So, he took the original recording, had Marie re-record a single line to remove the Christmas reference, and sent the updated track to the film's producers. It was a long shot, but it paid off spectacularly. What emerged from this simple edit was a song reborn, no longer tied to a specific holiday, but now speaking to a universal feeling, the painful, quiet realization that love is over only after it's already gone. Let's break down the story within the lyrics, because that's where the magic truly lies. From the very first line, the song feels like a quiet, personal confession. It must have been love, but it's over now. There's no anger, no blame, no dramatic confrontation. There is only a profound sense of acceptance and quiet sorrow. This is the sound of someone looking back, replaying every moment in their mind, trying to pinpoint the exact second when love slipped through their fingers. The lyrics paint a picture of a love that felt all-encompassing and eternal. Lines like, Lay a whisper on my pillow, leave the winter on the ground. I wake up lonely, there's air of silence in the bedroom and all around, create an atmosphere of emptiness. The contrast between the warmth of a shared past and the cold silence of the present is palpable. It's a feeling many of us know all too well. The ghost of a presence in a room that's now empty. The chorus is where the song's emotional weight truly hits. It must have been love, but it's over now. It must have been good. But I lost it somehow. That phrase, lost it somehow, is so powerful because it captures the confusion of heartbreak. It suggests that it wasn't a single event or a dramatic fight that ended things, but a slow, almost invisible erosion of something that once seemed so solid. The song doesn't dramatize the breakup, it reflects on the aftermath. It's about the quiet moments after the storm, when you're left to pick up the pieces and wonder what went wrong. And then, there's that devastating line in the bridge. It's where the water flows, it's where the wind blows. It's as if the narrator is saying, this pain is now a part of nature itself, as inevitable and constant as the elements. This is why the song hurts so deeply. It doesn't shout, it whispers, and those whispers echo the quietest, most private corners of our own experiences with loss. Of course, we can't talk about this song without talking about Pretty Woman. The placement of "It Must Have Been Love" in the film is a masterclass in cinematic storytelling. The song plays during the movie's emotional turning point. Julia Roberts' character, Vivian, is leaving Richard Gere's character, Edward, after he offers her a business arrangement instead of the love she has come to feel. As she sits in the back of the limousine, staring out at the city lights, the song begins to play. It's a moment of profound sadness and realization. The song gives voice to everything Vivian can't say out loud. The fear of losing a love just as she realized how much it meant to her, and the pain of understanding that their worlds might be too far apart. It elevated the film beyond a simple romantic comedy, giving it a real, tangible, emotional heartbeat. Because of this perfect pairing of music and scene, the song didn't just become a hit. It became synonymous with the film itself, and with the very idea of a bittersweet farewell. The impact was immediate and massive. In 1990, "It Must Have Been Love" soared to #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, where it stayed for 2 weeks. It became one of the biggest-selling singles of the year and cemented Roxette's status as global superstars. More than that, it proved that movie soundtracks weren't just collections of songs. They could be cultural events in their own right, capable of launching tracks into the stratosphere and turning them into timeless classics. The success of the Pretty Woman soundtrack, largely driven by this song, paved the way for future blockbuster soundtracks like The Bodyguard and Titanic, where a single power ballad could define the entire film and dominate pop culture for months or even years to come. So, how did "It Must Have Been Love" change music and pop culture? It helped redefine how mainstream love songs were written. In an era often dominated by upbeat pop and glam metal, Roxette showed that there was a massive audience for a ballad that was vulnerable, reflective, and melancholic. It demonstrated that heartbreak didn't always need dramatic shouting or soaring guitar solos. Sometimes the quietest realizations, delivered with raw emotional honesty, cut the deepest. Marie Fredrikson's vocal performance is key to this. It's filled with a delicate strength. You can hear the pain in her voice, but also a sense of resilience. She isn't defeated. She's reflecting. The song's structure, which builds from a quiet piano intro to a powerful full-band climax, mirrors the progression of grief, from quiet shock to an overwhelming flood of emotion, and finally, to a place of somber acceptance. To this day, when you hear that iconic opening piano melody, you don't just hear a song. You see the movie scenes, you remember the feelings, and maybe you're transported back to moments from your own life. At its core, the message and legacy of "It Must Have Been Love" are beautifully simple and profoundly true. It reminds us that some loves aren't meant to last forever, but that doesn't make them any less meaningful. They mattered. They were real. They changed us. The song gives us permission to grieve for what was lost without diminishing the beauty of what we once had. It's a testament to the fact that even in heartbreak, there is a kind of grace in acknowledging the truth. It was love, and it was good. Marie Fredrikson sadly passed away in 2019, but her voice on this track remains immortal, a timeless comfort for anyone navigating the complex landscape of a broken heart. It's a song that has been there for millions of people during their most vulnerable moments, offering a sense of understanding and shared experience. If you've ever looked back at a love that ended and whispered to yourself, "It was real, even if it didn't last," then this song understands you on a fundamental level. It's a musical companion for the heartbroken, a reminder that pain is a part of the human experience, but so is the memory of love. If you haven't listened to "It Must Have Been Love" in a while, I encourage you to go back and hear it again. But this time, really listen. Listen to the story, the emotion, and the quiet strength within the sadness. It's a masterpiece of songwriting that continues to resonate decades later. Thank you for joining us here on Soundscape, where music isn't just heard, it's felt. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. Let us know in the comments what this song means to you. Until next time, keep listening.